Hey Lizzie, my name's Josh. You don't know me, but I actually have been following your videos here and there over the course of probably the past year. And I just saw your recent video talking about your conversion that you're having and your inclusion into the Catholic Church. I just want to say that's absolutely freaking phenomenal. That is so cool to see the journey that you've gone through thus far. And I can't even begin to imagine how heart-wrenching it's been, how difficult it's been, what kind of lashback you may have gotten in terms of following where the truth was leading you. I've had a very similar experience myself. Not as crazy, I guess, I would say, as what you've probably gone through. Mine was more of a reversion. I started off, grew up Catholic, and then went wayward, went into different Protestant churches. And around the time my wife and I were pregnant with my son, I ended up having a really, really strong reversion experience. Started asking all the tough questions I never ever asked, or the ones I shoveled under the rug, and dove deep into the church fathers, listened to several debates, both sides of the equation, listening to everything I could get my hands on. Not much of a reader, but I just dove headfirst into it, and had the same kind of experience as you mentioned in your video. Just that, you know what, you got to follow where truth leads, and it's uncomfortable at times, and sometimes it doesn't feel right. And one of the things I would always tell my wife as I was kind of going through it and finally made the decision to, I was like, I can only admire the Catholic Church from the outside for so long before I actually join it. My reason for telling her, I was like, you know what, it's not the preaching. I said, I'm not going there because the preaching's better. I'm not going there because the the music is better. I'm going there because at the end of the day, at the core, it's true. I just believe that it's true. There are so many logical inconsistencies that I found when looking at the Catholic Church versus the other Protestant churches. And I just wanted to encourage you to continue doing what you're doing. You are a huge witness to so many people right now, and you have the opportunity to be even more of a witness to the Catholics that you're going to encounter, that you can share your conversion experience with, and really open their eyes to a lot of the beauty that you've seen within the context of the church. Because there's a lot of Catholics who have grown up and they're cradle Catholics, like myself when I was before I had my big reversion experience. And things can get dull, and we need converts in the church like yourself who are so on fire for that knowledge that they've been gaining over the years, because it's a huge witness to show the joy and the excitement and of everything that you've been learning, because truth is exciting. And I know you're kind of going through this too with, you have everybody kind of giving you the lashback, but at the end of the day, I noticed in your video too, when you're telling your story, it was really interesting to me how in the beginning it was kind of sorrowful, but by the end, the excitement of everything that you had been learning was just coming front and center. And I share that experience so much, because at the end of the day, truth is exciting and truth gives you peace. And our Lord is truth itself, and truth is always going to point to Him. And so when you have an earnest following and you have a desire to follow that truth wherever it leads, you have the experience like you've had. I look forward to seeing the dynamite impact that you're going to have on the people that you encounter and the church as a whole, and all of your viewers online. Maintain charity. It can get tough at times. If as you're probably already seeing, it doesn't, there's a lot of people who are rabidly against that kind of experience that you're going through, but you have a huge support community in terms of converts, people who have come to the church. I was looking at the comment section on just that video, and you have so many people that are here to support you. There's an entire Catholic YouTube community that's here to support you. Even when it gets tough, just stick to your guns, stick to the truth. It's easy to get apathetic too towards the differences at times. If you haven't experienced it already, you have this fire that kind of fizzles out as you face opposition, but you always got to stay true, stay constantly in prayer, and continue to have and engage in those dialogues and those conversations that you have with everyone. Bring that knowledge to the forefront. There's a lot of people that don't have it and they don't see it, and it needs to be brought to the forefront. All those arguments and reasons for your belief and for your journey and your conviction and your conversion are absolutely huge. and need to be brought out to the larger community. So I just want to encourage you, don't ever stop having conversations with people. They need somebody to come into their life and have a charitable, genuine conversation that doesn't result in church bashing, that doesn't result in violent language, that doesn't result in everybody just being upset, throwing their hands up in the air, and then leaving the conversation. We need authentic dialogue. And that's something that you can bring to the table because of all the knowledge that you have and the experience and journey that you've gone through. Welcome back, or home, I guess I should say. Welcome to the church. Your videos have been a light to so many, been a light to myself, just watching you go through kind of the journey that you've gone through over the past year. So keep at it. If you ever have questions or you ever need somebody to dialogue with, I'm more than happy to offer that up for on my end. I love engaging in these conversations. I love learning from people like yourself and hoping that I can shed somewhat of whatever knowledge that I've been able to gather in my limited scope. So God bless. I pray for you and wish you the best of luck as you continue this journey, and look forward to seeing all the amazing things you're going to be doing. So I'll talk to you later.